Hello everybody, welcome to Moscow RL, Moscow in real life without any embellishment or sensationalism. Today I'm going to take you to the Pinball Museum, which is located in the heart of Moscow, near Gorky Park. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. As soon as you enter, you are greeted with the atmosphere of the 80s and early 90s, and as you can see, this place is much more than just a collection of pinball machines. This is the memorial to the atmosphere of the arcades, and the arcade scene actually did exist in Moscow in the early 90s. I very well remember how I went there and played some of these machines. So the biggest question when it comes to coin-op machines, of course, is where to get tokens from. And I remember back in the 90s they were selling these tokens, of course, but there was also an interesting solution where they accepted the old metallic Metro tokens after switching to the plastic ones. So we never really had any large value coins, so it's always about selling some special tokens. When you enter this place, you can choose your tariff. It can be either a limited number of tokens, 10, or an unlimited one, whereas you get a cup full of tokens and an unlimited refill. This option is just a little bit over $10, so that's really a great opportunity for you to spend a lot of time here, which I personally did. So we're going to take one more round to take a better look at everything we've got here. As soon as you enter, you get to the bar zone where you can grab some snacks, some dishes and such. It is a family place after all, so nothing really crazy going on there. In terms of machines, as you can see, there is the famous Theatre of Magic. There are some Williams machines, some stuff from the 80s, some stuff from the 90s, and also much more recent things. And I must say that they are all in a perfect working condition. I did have the ball stuck a couple of times in the anti-stuck system. I'm sorry, I don't know whether there is a proper name for that. Didn't always work, so I had to tilt it a tiny bit, but other than that, we had no issues while playing here. It's my second time here. In summer there was a large tournament, a large retro console event, and in addition to that they had all of these pinball machines also available, and there was a tournament in Lord of the Rings. So this one is a really nostalgic thing for me, from 1994. This is the first pinball machine I ever played. Also, you can see there is the Dance Dance Revolution machine, Sega Rally, and this multi-play arcade system, multi-games. It's just an emulated one, so it's not something that represents any historic interest, but you can play these Japanese machines. You've got some other curiosities, including the skateboard machine. The colors are not perfect, so the display is not working perfectly, but it is still playable. It's Top Skater. Ultra Pin, which is a digital pinball, and this thing is very interesting. In case you haven't seen it, it is essentially a mechanical shoot 'em up where you just shoot a lot of pinballs, and it works like a Space Invaders game. There are also some pinball machines such as Elvis, Monopoly. Some things are based on different famous franchises, because the pinball scene is not very robust here in Russia, and not everybody has heard of the Theatre of Magic, some other historic pinball machines, so of course having some familiar names or themes definitely helps. I must say that this place is definitely run by enthusiasts. If you just look at how many pinball machines there are, what kind of market value they have in such a good working condition. And this place is not very popular. I can say they don't invest a lot into marketing. It is very well loved by the enthusiasts, by people who are nostalgic, by people also who are younger and appreciate some games. I know some people who are in their teens and appreciate the game, either through their parents or just on their own. This is Sub Hunter, quite a curious machine. I remember the Soviet clone of this machine, so as you can see, we're not really looking at the screen itself, we're looking at the reflection of it, and we must press buttons to sink the ship. And here is the famous cocktail table of Pac-Man, game for 4 players, and this one is on free play. This is the museum part, so they're not actually working. You've got some information about pinballs, you've got some proper Soviet pinball, which is not working either. You've got some of the old stuff from 1934 from the United States. And if you want to, you can get some noodles. It's not that you have to grab them with the claw, but you can just go to the bar and order something. So this is my short tour of the Pinball Museum here in Moscow. We will be going to the arcades soon. Stay tuned for more, and thank you for watching.